Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring 5 different crystals gifted to us from the land of Greenland. Now, it wasn't until about 10 years ago that I actually started to realize there are some amazing crystals that come from this country at the top of our globe. Now, some of their names are a little bit unusual and it took me a little while to get my head around how to pronounce them, but I really became impassioned and in love with these crystals and the power they bring. I think each one has its unique power. And when you think about, we have this kind of country, although called Greenland, it's very icy, whereas Iceland is quite green. Anyway, Greenland is very icy, and so there's not much movement there on the earth. And just like we have those deep powers within us, these crystals that are lying dormant there for millions and millions of years and now have been brought up at this time when humanity needs them, help us to tackle and kind of to tap in to the power that's deep within us and bring that to the surface. So in this video, let's explore 5 of my favorite crystals gifted to us from Greenland. The first crystal from Greenland is called Tug To Pite. Now, Tug To Pite, when it comes out of the ground, it's just white and black. But when it's exposed to sunlight or heat, it actually gets these bits of pink. Now, those of you that are a little bit older, you may remember hypercolor t-shirts that would change color based on your body heat. This is a hypercolor crystal with the pink flaring and almost going to a grape purple when it's exposed to that heat or the sunlight for a long, long period of time. Now, the Inuit people of Greenland actually believe that the passion of a new couple would be enough to warm this stone alone, even in this cold, cold environment. And this crystal is very much about bringing love into our life. Just like we have that passion within us, it allows us to connect with that and reignite and to connect with love on a really passionate level. If you're wanting to attract a passionate romance or a soulmate, then leaning into Tug To Pite can be really quite great to do. It also can help us tap into our other passions. Sometimes we feel a bit apathetic. We can't be bothered. We feel uninspired by anything at all. And this is a really great one for allowing you to tap back into that inner fire that will exist deep within you, spark that up, and feel more enthusiastic about life or something in particular that you need to give a bit more energy to. This is a crystal of miracles because when we ignite our passion, the universe will align with us. And so it allows you to draw in your fire and make change in your life around you. Putting a bit of Tugtupite near a dying plant, or if you need to write something inspirational, having it on your desk can be a really great way of helping to fire you up. Now, a word of warning when it comes to Tugtupite. All these crystals are very, very potent and I find really great when you really need them. Tugtupite, if you have it around you too much, I remember once I was wearing a pendant and carrying another piece on my pocket as well because I was going to teach about it that night. And by the end of the day, I sat down, I was like, whew, I felt really fired up, like I drunk too much caffeine or something like that, and my heart was kind of racing. So it does get the fire racing in you, but just be careful that you don't overdo it and you end up exhausting yourself by having too much exposure to Tugtupite. Tugtupite isn't the only color-changing crystal found in Greenland. There's another one as well. It's a variety of sodalite known as Hackmanite. And here what you get is a stone that's just a really light purple, and that will get really quite vibrantly violet as well. So whereas Tugtupite helps to awaken the flame within you, Hackmanite helps to awaken the spirituality within you. Sometimes we find that we disconnect with our spirituality. In the busyness of life, Hackmanite helps us to find room for our spirituality in our life. Being a crystal that grows in a cubic nature, like sodalite, these crystals help to get everything in order so that we can get our lives in alignment and make room for our spirituality in there as well. The other thing I find Hackmanite really great for is coming to terms with who you are. Some people wish that they could change their sexuality, their race, their background, and be something other than what they are. Now, there's nothing wrong with striving to improve yourself, but denying who you truly are is disrespecting the gifts that you incarnated with. Hackmanite really helps you to come to terms with who you naturally are. It helps you to be authentic rather than trying to gloss over or cover over or create a mask or a facade. If you are kind of not feeling proud of who you are, then Hackmanite's going to be a really great one. In that way, it's a great self-esteem booster. The other thing I love Hackmanite for is not only does it help you connect to your spirituality on what you are, what your mission is here and what you have to deliver, but it also allows you to connect to your guides and to your ancestors and feel that spiritual team around you. When we feel supported by the universe and from the other realms, then we have this great confidence to go out and do what we need to do. Hackmanite will bring that energy into your life. So if you're feeling alone and disconnected from who you are and who the universe is supporting you in being, Hackmanite is going to help you. One of the most spiritual crystals that comes from Greenland, although they're all amazing, is Ussingite. It's this beautiful kind of light mauve kind of color. And it's really one that helps you connect with your spirituality and incorporate your spirituality into your everyday life. So this one, just like Hackmanite, can be really useful for just making sure that who you are as a spiritual being isn't, you're not like a Sunday spiritualist. Sometimes you hear terms like Sunday Christian, someone who goes to church on Sunday, reads the Bible, but then during the week, they're an absolute twat. This in not saying that you're a twat during the week, but just saying that if you're a spiritual person, if you're interested in crystals, do you deny that or hide that? Or is that part of your everyday life? Ussingite will allow you to actually bring that in. Now, why I really like Ussingite is it brings this real kind of peacefulness into your life. We often feel pressures of time or to get things done. And Ussingite reminds us of our immortality and that the soul is immortal. It doesn't matter when you get it done, as long as you're heading in the right direction. Yeah, you might miss a deadline, but if it's meant to be in your soul's mission, you'll do it on the next revolution. That's going to be fine. Being this color as well, this is the color of the soul star chakra. It resonates really beautifully with that. So what is the soul star chakra? Well, your crown chakra just connects you to your spirituality. And that's where Hackmanite's really great, understanding what you're here to do. This will connect you to the greater universal energy. It connects us to all our guides, all the angels, all the ancestors, all the animal totems, all the star beings, everything out there, and to understand what our cosmic mission is, what we're all trying to achieve. Now, we may not be able to answer that question, but we can feel that we're all part of that cosmic dance and feel that oneness and find comfort in that. So it can be really powerful in that way. It can also allow you to tap into different things. You may have heard of the Akashic Records, the memory of all that was, all that is, and all that will be. That's all energy, because energy can't be created or destroyed. It only changes form. So something that was a thought once upon a time, you can access that again. And that you can kind of go down a rabbit hole of exploring that. Maybe we'll do that in another video. But Ussingite allows us to look at all the different possibilities in our spirituality and draw on that to understand what we're here to do and to give us wisdom on how to do it best as well. So it can be a really nice one to lean into whenever you really want to connect deeply with your spirituality and bring that into your everyday life to make sure that you're being authentic and that you're feeling confident in what you need to do because you are connected to the universal flow. Oh, I'm so annoyed at myself. I packed my little bag and come out into the bush and I forgot to pack one of my crystals. But I have to talk about this one because this is one that I lean into a lot. It's known as Nuummite, and you'll notice that on the title there, the spelling is quite interesting. It's Nuummite. It's found in a place in Greenland called Nuuk, which is Nuuk. Now, Nuummite is an amazing black crystal, and what you'll find is you'll find these beautiful bits of glitter in it. Now, when it comes to protective crystals, we know black crystals can be used for protection, but also anything that has a glitter or a shine or a shimmer also deflects unwanted energy as well. So here we have a crystal that has both attributes, and for me, it is the most powerful protective crystal that I've ever worked with. It's one that I would use when I'm flying. I wear a Nuummite pendant. When I know that I might have a confrontation or have to have a bit of a tense conversation with someone, I lean into Nuummite then. It really helps to bring me that kind of groundedness and that strength and to feel safe and protected no matter what. Being a black crystal, it's very, very grounding and really helps you get a deep connection in with the earth. In fact, combining Nuummite with Ussingite, you've got your soul star chakra with your Ussingite and your earth star chakra that connects you to all consciousness here on this planet with the Nuummite. And they can be a really great combo as well. The other thing I find is Nuummite has a very yang energy, so it allows men to find their own definition of spirituality. One of the challenges of spirituality is the majority of those on the spiritual path, part of the New Age, are female. And so sometimes it can be hard for men to actually find out where does my spirituality fit in because I'm not quite glitters and rainbows. That's not my thing. Nuummite can allow us to kind of go, okay, this is my spirituality as a more masculine figure and to find real comfort and power in that as well. It can also help us, regardless of what gender we identify as, to help us feel comfortable with the male energy. If you've had bad experiences with men in the past, whether it be in the family or outside the family, and you tend to stray away or abandon your own masculine side, Nuummite can help you to feel comfortable with that. I really love to sit out with Nuummite on a new moon, out on the earth, even listening to drumming music or playing your own drum if you have one, and really connecting with the heartbeat of the earth. You're going to find that this gives you such power, such confidence to step out into the world and know that no matter what happens, you have the strength to tackle it. So stay tuned, and after we finish this video, I'll do a little segment back at home and show you a bit of Nuummite just so you get to see what it looks like. Sorry about that. Hello and welcome to my home for a minute. So, yes, the Nuummite was sitting on my desk when I walked in the door. So here is Nuummite, and you'll see it's black, but as I move it in the light, you get these beautiful bits of glitter. Now, sometimes they'll be golden like this piece here, but you can get bits that will have more green or blue or different colors in there as well. So Nuummite really has that strength, and from that shine and that blackness, really powerful in protection as well. The final crystal that I wanted to talk to you about today is aptly known as Greenlandite. Now, it's a combination of quartzite and a lot of fuchsite, and fuchsite often gives it a bit of a glittering shimmer in it as well. It's very much like adventuring, but very, very old. Some predict around 3.8 billion years old, making it a very old stone indeed. So when these stones are so old, like an elderly person, they've got that wisdom. They've seen things happen on this earth, and they've heard things happen on this earth. They've felt things happen on the earth, and they have that wisdom from those experiences as well. Now, Greenlandite is a really great one for helping us connect with nature as well, just as Nuummite is, but Nuummite really sinks you into the earth. This is more about what's happening and what's growing and flourishing on the planet. So connecting with trees and plants, their devas and their spirits. It can allow you to work with the Fey realms or the fairy realms as well as the gnome realms and understand their knowledge as well. Being a green crystal, it really works with the heart chakra. And what I find, it really brings in a sense of compassion. This is a great stone I recommend for anyone who finds themselves in a leadership position, whether that be at home, as a family member, whether it be at work or a community group, whatever that may be. Sometimes we aren't sure what we have to do because we're in a position of power. Do we have to be bossy and do we have to be pushy? Greenlandite helps us to show compassion and actually inspire with heart rather than with head or with force. It can actually show that life doesn't have to be a struggle, whether you're feeling that there's a lot of prosperity around you at the moment or that you're going through a bit of a winter or a tough time. This really helps you align with ease and grace and just to trust the process and know that this too will pass. There is a saying that, or a belief that one day the earth will be in great trouble. And many of our First Nations people in parts like North America will talk about this time when the birds will fall out of the sky, the fishes will all die in the seas, and we won't have anything to eat. And we'll all need to come together to work as one, from people from all around the world. And sometimes phrases like the rainbow tribe, or tribes of the rainbow, or people of the rainbow, all different people coming together to work towards the earth. You can probably see that starting to happen now. And Greenlandite, I feel, is a perfect crystal to help those people taking those lead as being warriors for the earth or warriors of the rainbow to really help bring Mother Earth back to her former glory. So when you want to feel that deep connection with nature and when you want it to guide you and allow you to lead and be a shining example, Greenlandite will allow you to do that with absolute ease and grace. So those are 5 of my favorite crystals from Greenland. And as you can see, just like they've been brought up from the icy depths of our planet, they allow us to connect with the icy powers within us. Whether it be our passion and Tug To Pite, whether it be our spiritual connection with Hackmanite, whether it be bringing in our spirituality with ease and grace and Ussingite, our sheer power and feeling safe and protected and empowered with Nuummite, or with heart, ease, grace, and compassion with Greenlandite. I'm sure you can see how amazing these different crystals are. Now, I'd love to know, have you experienced any of these crystals? If you have, please have a comment in the section below. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I knew that I had to choose 5 crystals from Greenland, I got a little bit stuck. In fact, I thought of 5 others that I absolutely love as well. If you'd like to see a second video of 5 other crystals from Greenland, which are rare and really powerful as well, let me know in the comment section as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.